Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Welcome, my dear sons, students of grade 9, to the answers of the embassy exam in KSA, Egyptian Embassy in KSA, in science, the year 2015. Question number 1, choose the correct answer from each of the following. Number 1, if the focal length of a concave mirror equals 10 centimeter, so the radius of mirror's curvature equals 5 centimeter, 10 centimeter, 20 centimeter, 15 centimeter. The answer is, of course, it is 20 centimeter. We know the radius equal double of focal length. So if we say the focal length equal 10, so the double equals 20 centimeter. Okay. Number 2, the spindle fibers disappear during the cell division in the space prophase, metaphase, anaphase, telophase. The answer is telophase. The spindle fibers disappear in telophase. B, mention the function of each of the following. The convex lens. The convex lens can be used for treatment of the long sight. Also, the convex lens can be used in making some devices like microscopes and telescopes. Number 2, speedometer in cars. Speedometer in car gives the car driver the reading of the speed of the car speed. So the car driver be aware about his speed, so he can control the speed of the car. C, a car starts motion from rest until its speed reaches 80 meters per second through 20 seconds. Calculate the acceleration moved by the car. So the car moves from rest, so the initial speed or V1 equals 0. And its speed reaches 80 meters per second, so the final speed equal 80. This change of speed happened in 20 seconds, so delta t equal 20. So we calculate the acceleration. Acceleration A equals V2 minus V1 divided by delta t. V2, which is 80, minus V1, which is 0, divided by 20. So 80 divided by 20 equal 4 meter per second square. Second question, put right or wrong that suits each sentence of the following. Number 1, the distance is a scalar physical quantity while displacement is a vector physical quantity. The answer is here correct. It is right. This statement is correct, so we put right. Okay. Number 2, the protozoa animals reproduce by budding. We know the protozoa animals like amoeba, paramecium, euglena, these microorganisms or unicellular organisms are called protozoa. These animals reproduce by binary fission, not by budding. So this statement is wrong. B, what happens if an incident light ray falls on a plane mirror by an angle equals 40? We know the first law of light reflection, angle of incidence equal angle of reflection. So what happens if a light ray falls by angle 40? The answer will be it reflects by also angle 40. The angle of reflection will be 40. We can also draw, if you want, inshallah, you can draw the light ray falling by 40 and reflect also by 40. Number 2, a moving car covers equal distance at equal periods of time. What happens if a moving car covers equal distances at equal periods of time? So the answer here is the car moves by regular speed or uniform speed. We say that the car moves by regular speed or uniform speed and the car acceleration equals 0. C, mention the name establishing of each of the following theories: nebular assumption and crossing star theory. The answer is nebular assumption. The name of the scientist established this theory is called Simon Pierre Laplace. And the crossing star theory made by two scientists, which are Chamberlain and Moulton. Third question, write the scientific term asexual reproduction in which vegetative organs are used except seeds. This is asexual reproduction in plants, of course in plants. This is called vegetative reproduction. Vegetative reproduction in plant. Number 2, the length of actual path moved by an object from starting point to the end point of motion. The length of actual path, of course, the answer is the distance. The answer is the distance. B, give reason for the resulted offspring from sexual reproduction don't look like their parents. The answer is because the sexual reproduction, the new individual come from two sources, male gamete and female gamete. And also the sexual reproduction depends on meiosis or meiotic division, which has an important process happen inside it, which is crossing over phenomenon, which ensure the new genetic arrangement and the new genetic variation. So to summarize the answer, due to sexual reproduction depend on meiosis, which have a process called crossing over phenomenon, which help in making new genetic arrangement. And also the new individual come from the sexual reproduction comes from two sources, male gamete and female gamete. Number 2, the difference in the length of the year from a planet to another. Of course, this question is cancelled. This lesson is cancelled. Show by drawing only the properties of the formed image for an object placed in front of a convex lens at a distance equal 15 centimeter. If you know that the focal length equals 10 centimeter. Here we have the object at distance 15 centimeter and the focal length equal 10. Of course, here we have to know where is the position of the object. Is it at focus? Is it at double of focus, yani at center of curvature, or it is between them? Here we have the focal length equal 10 and the object at 15. So the object here between focal length, between focus and center of curvature. In this case, the image will be formed inverted, real, and magnified. Inverted, real, and magnified. And it's formed in the other side of the convex lens behind the center of curvature. So we can draw it. It is the case number 4. You have in the book, it is case number 4. The image will be magnified, real, inverted, and behind the center of curvature. After C. Fourth question, complete the following sentences. The somatic cells are divided by space while the reproductive cells divided by space. The answer is the somatic cells divided by mitotic cell division or mitosis, while reproductive cells divide by meiosis or meiotic cell division. Number 2, the two gases which produce galaxies and stars are space and space. The answer is hydrogen and helium. We know the two gases are formed after the Big Bang by ratio 75 hydrogen and 25 helium. What is meant by each of the following? Fertilization and relative speed. Fertilization, it is the fusion between the male gamete and the female gamete to form the zygote. And this is one important process happens during sexual reproduction to form a new individual. Number 2, relative speed. The speed of a moving object relative to an observer or relative to another object. This is the relative speed. the relative of a moving object relative to another object, which is called observer. This observer may be static or moving. C. Mention the second law of light reflection. The second law of light reflection, we know that the first law says that angle of incidence equal angle of reflection. And the second law says that the incident light ray, the reflected light ray, and the normal line all lies in one plane perpendicular to the reflecting surface. Again, the incident light ray, the reflected light ray, and the normal line all lie in one plane perpendicular to the reflecting surface. This is the second law of light reflection. I wish you benefited, understand this final revision, and I wish you the best of luck. And thank you for following me, Mr. Gamal Abdurrahim. Thank you, everybody, and goodbye.